The IHSAA moved a proposal forward yesterday that would change the classification system for high schools to keep up with population growth. Now, currently, Idaho schools are split into 6 groups from 1A to 5A, with 1A having 2 divisions. The proposed change would keep 6 divisions, but go 1A through 6A instead. Enrollment numbers would also change, evening out the number of schools in each district. Some people think the proposal would bring balance to the bigger schools.
So I think increasing the number for the upper level or the highest classification in the state of Idaho, I think that's a good thing. I think it helps balance things out a little bit, which is what I see as a positive.
Those opposed say the proposal does not address issues with the current classifications. The final hearing on the proposal is set for August. If approved, the change would take effect next fall. And don't forget, you can now catch Friday night WNBA games over your antenna. Just head over to ION. That's channel 12 on your antenna for a weekly doubleheader. ION, like Idaho News 6, is owned by Scripps.
To watch these stories again, go to idahonews6.com. We'll be right back. Idaho Backroads, brought to you by Larry H. Miller Subaru and McHugh Sports.
An archery range with 3D targets in the foothills near Lucky Peak continues to be an excellent place for people to practice their accuracy. Outdoor reporter Steve Dent takes us to the range tonight to see what makes it unique in Idaho Backroads.
Yes, we met 40 years ago shooting archery.
We just developed a friendship at that time, and then we started dating, and the rest is history.
Ray and Charlotte Comby enjoy a day of practicing archery at the 3D range created in 2019 by several different partners in the Boise River Wildlife Management Area.
You know, we're just so fortunate to have something like this so close to Boise.
The range sits just on the other side of the foothills and can be accessed near Lucky Peak. To complete the 20-target course, archers need to walk about a mile.
Yeah, some of the targets are pretty steep, you know, down in a ravine or up on the hillside. So, yeah, you get a good workout while you're out here.
The range can help the best archers hone their skills.
That'll work.
As they have to judge the distance, with many shots gaining or losing elevation with 3D targets of all different sizes.
Good shot.
Awesome. Really challenging. Really challenging, so I like it.
Volunteers help build this course, and the 3D targets can be pretty expensive, so no broadhead tips. Those shred the targets.
And that's a biggie. That's, you know, it ruins it for everybody.
The course is free, but Ray likes to donate when he comes to help pay for maintenance.
It's one of the best archery ranges, 3D archery ranges that I know of, and it's right here in Idaho.
Archery helped spark this marriage, and it continues to be something Ray and Charlotte love to do together.
Yes, we do.
You know, it's great to be able to enjoy something together. That's what families can do, and your spouse can do it. Archery is a sport that you can enjoy as a family.
Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.
The range also provides an ideal spot for bow hunters to dial in their bows and get some practice ahead of hunting season.
Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, we're still watching this low pressure center, which is coming out of California now through central Nevada. It's making some progress to the north. It's going to go into Oregon and then drift across central Idaho during the day on Saturday. And out ahead of the low pressure, lots of tropical moisture coming in, meaning showers and storms and heavy downpours continuing. But once this low goes by, we'll get a somewhat drier flow from the west, especially on Sunday. That'll reduce the chances of showers. But this is an anomalously high probability of precipitation, the amount of moisture we have in the air is just way above average, and it's just been so consistent. So many showers and storms. Look at Sun Valley today. You see the cloud cover throughout the day, and then heavy showers pushing through about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There about 3 o'clock, heavy rain coming down. And then look at the Friday forecast here, an 80% chance of showers and storms. I think we get numerous downpours. You know the drill. It might even be earlier in the day as well. And then showers Saturday and Sunday. Again, temperatures may warm up a little bit. I think we're going to get some sunshine mixed in a little bit more on Saturday and Sunday, so we'll get back into the 70s. So the futurecast shows during the evening, those heavy showers pushed to the north. We had a couple showers pushed through the Burley area. Drier weather coming in from south to north. We go into the day tomorrow on Friday in the morning. There's that hazy sunshine, high dew points and humidities, and then moisture. The low pressures in eastern Oregon at this point, and then it'll pinwheel showers and storms from the south. You can see that line about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon coming right across the interstate, and then by 5 o'clock could be up around the Ketchum area and pushing to the north with a few more showers coming in behind it here. So are you traveling? Are you doing some camping this weekend? This is the general outlook for precipitation, and this is the probability of precipitation. So the chance of getting a rain that will disrupt your plans in any particular location. So in the valley, it's a 10 to 30% chance. It's not that high on Saturday. You get into the mountains, it increases much more dramatically. Jackpot southward, the South Mountains, still 30-40% chance. But you get towards Ketchum, 50%. Stanley, I should say, a 60% chance of showers. So it's a better than a 50-50 deal that you're going to get rain if you're going to be camping up around this region right here. This is Saturday. We'll fast forward to Sunday here, and it drops a little bit, maybe to 50%. Still, the drier locations will be in the lower elevations. The higher elevations have the better chance for those showers developing again. Locally heavy downpours are still possible, so it'll be beautiful when it's not raining, but when it's raining, the temperature will drop like we saw today in Twin Falls. It'll drop 20 degrees if you get a heavy rain shower overhead. So just keep that in mind. The showers do mean business when they come in, locally heavy downpours. So here's tomorrow in the Sun Valley area, the Wood River Valley, showers coming right up the valley here during the afternoon. Temperatures get to near 70, 72, and then it'll drop into the upper 50s under any heavy downpours that move through during the day. Northern Magic Valley, western Magic Valley, I'm thinking upper 70s, maybe sunshine in the morning. It's looking like a line of showers could come through maybe 2 or 3 o'clock, and that's it. So that would mean a lot of the rest of the day it's not going to be raining out, not going to be having showers. But watch right here, 10, 11, 12, and there's 1 and 2 showers coming through at the higher elevations, that higher probability. Upper 70s tomorrow, similar to today, but we may not get that heavy downpour right over Twin Falls like we had today. In the eastern Magic Valley, the same story, 72 in Albion, Burley and Rupert right around 76, 77 degrees. My extended forecast looks like this. So we had some wet conditions today. We have a chance for wet conditions again tomorrow. A 30% chance on Saturday and Sunday. I really think the weekend's going to be okay inside in the valley, in the canyon area. 79 to 83. And then notice the beginning of next week, another high probability of showers and storms again with temperatures in the upper 70s to 80. This weather pattern could go on for some time.
Summer's all about the sun, but too much of it can wreak havoc on your skin. In tonight's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither looks at 5 common summer skin problems and how to prevent them.
It's that time of year again. The heat, the humidity, and sensitive summer skin.
You might change up your routine a little bit this time of year than versus the winter.
Dr. Susan Masick with Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center says during summer, some people, especially women, may experience something called melasma, patches of darkening skin.
Typically, it happens more if you're on birth control pills, for example, or have increased estrogen. So you want to make sure you're protecting your skin from the sun, particularly in sun-exposed areas and sensitive skinned areas, such as on the face.
The heat can also make you sweat more, which can lead to acne. Masick says to use a face cleanser often. Excess perspiration can also cause heat rash and folliculitis, an infection of hair follicles that can be itchy and tender.
When you sweat, you want to make sure that you then shower quickly soon after you've been outside to minimize any potential for those sweat glands to get blocked.
Also consider using products with labels like oil-free and won't clog pores. And as always, Masick says protecting against sunburn should be top of mind as it can cause cancer later in life. Wear water-resistant broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF that's 30 or higher.
If your skin is starting to pink up, you're already sunburned. So you want to make sure that you prepare ahead of time with wearing sunscreen, sun protective clothing, minimizing how long you're out in the sun.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Some folks have a sun allergy or are just sensitive to the sun and can break out in hives from too much exposure. Medicines are another culprit to watch out for, so it's a good idea to double check any warnings on your medications and take those standard sun precautions. Wear sunscreen and protective clothing and stick to the shade when possible.
Get the latest from Idaho News 6 anytime. We'll be right back.
Flash check at your forecast. We've had those heavy showers push to the north. We'll dry out a bit. Still a chance for a shower, but the heavy rain really unloading around the Twin Falls area, especially at the airport. Temperature dropped 20 degrees. Tomorrow, we'll get that chance for storms between 12 and 3. So about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a good chance for showers and storms. And then it may get nice after that. Sun Valley area, get your tea time early because as the afternoon progresses, more heavy showers will likely move on in. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Keep dry this evening. We'll look forward to seeing you back here on Idaho News 6 tonight at 10 o'clock.
Tonight on Idaho News 6, growing populations could have a big impact on Idaho athletics. Our Brendan Jones looks at the proposed changes to Idaho's high school sports classifications. Plus, a focus on health care access as a new report details priorities for Idaho's Hispanic community. And you play like you practice. In tonight's Idaho Backroads segment, we're going to take you to the 3D outdoor archery range that helps local bow hunters hone their skills in realistic conditions.
This is Idaho News 6 with Karen Lair, Don Nelson, and Roland Barris.
Healthcare coverage continues to be an issue for many. In fact, the Idaho Commission on Hispanic Affairs and Idaho State University recently took a look at the situation here. And what they found was, in some cases, pretty concerning. Tonight, reporter Christina Bautista takes a look at the lack of health insurance within the Hispanic community.
During the Hispanic and American Indian Healthcare Conference this week, the Idaho Commission on Hispanic Affairs released the Idaho Hispanic Health Report. The findings compare Hispanic residents of Idaho with non-Hispanic residents and with the general U.S. population. One of the highlights showed the low coverage status among Hispanics.
And so we need to work with health providers to make sure that they know all this information that's out there.
The report found Hispanics are less likely to seek care at a hospital or have health coverage compared to other Idahoans. In 2020, more than 25% of Hispanics in Idaho were without health care, and 10% of Hispanic children were uninsured, which is more than double the rate of non-Hispanic kids. Brenda Chavez from Jerome tells me that while working in healthcare, she has noticed legal statuses being one of the reasons many go without insurance.
They're not legal or they lose residency, and so they're scared to come out of the woodwork to ask for help.
With undocumented immigrants ineligible for federal health coverage or access to the Affordable Care Act, some are left with purchasing private health care coverage, which can be extremely expensive.
And we're seeing a lot of people saying it's either buy insurance or pay the rent.
The average national monthly health insurance cost for one person on an Affordable Care Act plan without subsidies in 2022 was $438, a large chunk of income for those in already low-paying jobs. As of this year, the Medicaid expansion provided health care insurance coverage to 145,000 Idahoans who would not otherwise be able to afford it.
Everybody needs to know what their options are, and everybody does have an option. We just have to find that option.
The good news is the expansion of Medicaid has been able to assist with the number of those uninsured and work towards decreasing disparities between Hispanics and non-Hispanic Idahoans. Christina Bautista, Idaho News 6.
Local gift shop is helping spread a joyful message for Pride Month. Repop Gifts in downtown Boise making a rainbow out of sticky notes. each that shares a thoughtful note.
They're encouraged to take whatever it is that they need, and then we will have some extra sticky notes in the store if someone wants to write one out to replace one.
You can find Repop on 10th Street in downtown Boise. The store is open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Good evening, everyone. It is comfortable outside in the Treasure Valley right now with temperatures in the 70s, most of the valley, but there's some strong wind and rain to the south. Live view from our Grove Hotel camera at 6:03. There's the dark skies. You can see them south of Boise, and this is slowly tracking its way in. There's going to be wind and maybe blowing dust out ahead of it, and then we're going to get some heavy rain pushing into parts of the region that could stick around for a little while, too. I'm thinking 6:30 to 7 o'clock for the Boise area, maybe a little earlier to the south. Donnelly is 64. There's partly cloudy skies, but there have been some heavy showers up here as well. Let's take a look at the latest Doppler radar. This is the special weather statement, this brown box, for winds of 50 to 55 potentially, and that will probably be extended northward as these storms continue to track through. Lots of lightning showing up near Mountain Home. We had wind gusts about 44, 45 miles per hour nearby, and so just Ada County now, but I think it's going to spread over the region as this system moves through. I want to show you this one heavy shower that went over Highway 95. There's some heavy downpours with some of these showers, most of these showers, I should say. And in eastern Oregon, the showers are not moving that much, and so there could be flash flooding at any point in some of those locations. Here's what we've had. Mountain Home, very little, but just to the west, 1 to 2 inches of rain in these downpours here. The green is an inch of rain, and that type of weather is tracking to the north. And so, yes, heavy rain is likely to move on in. This is what the radar is showing as far as wind speeds. Here's a 42, probably a little higher than that in some places, and that gust front is going to push its way up into the northern Ada County. Again, 6:30, South Boise, maybe a little later. This is hail in the pink, so this is the threat we have. That's heavy rain and hail in these locations as we go through the evening. A flood watch in the Central Mountains in effect until 9 o'clock tonight. Temperatures have gotten into the 70s, but it's going to cool down dramatically when the wind comes in. So showers and storms, wind gusts to 50 miles per hour are possible. Overnight, we could still have some rain and storms going. So I'll have more in tomorrow's forecast, which features more showers and storms.
The Boise City Council will consider a major rewrite of the city's zoning code in a series of public hearings next month. It's an update years in the making, and it could affect everything from housing density and building heights to parking requirements and even the planting of trees. The council will be accepting public comments in hearings the week of June 12th. A verbal testimony will be available in person or virtually during those hearings. The deadline for written comments ended today at the close of business. As we reported, the Planning and Zoning Committee unanimously approved the rewrite after several days of public hearings. A substantial change could be coming to your school's athletic classification in 2024, impacting team scheduling and which schools compete for which state titles. The IHSAA moved a proposal forward yesterday that would change the classification system for high schools to keep up with population growth. Now, currently, Idaho schools are split into 6 groups from 1A to 5A, with 1A having 2 divisions. The proposed change would keep 6 divisions, but go 1A through 6A instead. Enrollment numbers would also change, evening out the number of schools in each district. Some people think the proposal would bring balance to the bigger schools.
So I think increasing the number for the upper level or the highest classification in the state of Idaho, I think that's a good thing. I think it helps balance things out a little bit, which is what I see as a positive.
Those opposed say the proposal does not address issues with the current classifications. The final hearing on the proposal is set for August. If approved, the change would take effect next fall. Hey, don't forget to join us for more NBA Finals action right here on ABC. That's tomorrow night. The Miami Heat looking to even the series at home against the Denver Nuggets. Fans who joined us last night watched history happen as Denver superstar Nikola Jokic set new records, including the first 30-point, 20-rebound triple-double in NBA Finals history. He also extended his streak of triple-doubles in a single playoffs, easily surpassing the great Wilt Chamberlain. And with teammate Jamal Murray, became the first duo to score triple-doubles in the finals. So be sure to join us for Game 4 right here on Idaho News 6. That's tomorrow night. Tip-off is set for 6:30. And don't forget, you can now catch Friday night WNBA games over your antenna. Just head over to ION. That's channel 12 on your antenna for a weekly doubleheader. ION, like Idaho News 6, is owned by Scripps.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval. Coming up in my forecast, we've got more heavy showers and storms hitting some places. They could hit your location as well. I'll have my latest forecast details through the weekend coming up.
Idaho Backroads, brought to you by Larry H. Miller Subaru and McHugh Sports.
An archery range with 3D targets in the foothills near Lucky Peak continues to be an excellent place for people to practice their accuracy. Outdoor reporter Steve Dent takes us to the range tonight to see what makes it unique in Idaho Backroads.
Yes, we met 40 years ago shooting archery.
We just developed a friendship at that time, and then we started dating, and the rest is history.
Ray and Charlotte Comby enjoy a day of practicing archery at the 3D range created in 2019 by several different partners in the Boise River Wildlife Management Area.
You know, we're just so fortunate to have something like this so close to Boise.
The range sits just on the other side of the foothills and can be accessed near Lucky Peak. To complete the 20-target course, archers need to walk about a mile.
Yeah, some of the targets are pretty steep, you know, down in a ravine or up on the hillside. So, yeah, you get a good workout while you're out here.
The range can help the best archers hone their skills.
That'll work.
As they have to judge the distance, with many shots gaining or losing elevation with 3D targets of all different sizes.
Good shot.
Awesome. Really challenging. Really challenging, so I like it.
Volunteers help build this course, and the 3D targets can be pretty expensive, so no broadhead tips. Those shred the targets.
And that's a biggie. That's, you know, it ruins it for everybody.
The course is free, but Ray likes to donate when he comes to help pay for maintenance.
It's one of the best archery ranges, 3D archery ranges that I know of, and it's right here in Idaho.
Archery helped spark this marriage, and it continues to be something Ray and Charlotte love to do together.
Yes, we do.
You know, it's great to be able to enjoy something together. That's what families can do, and your spouse can do it. Archery is a sport that you can enjoy as a family.
Steve Dent, Idaho News 6.
Gotta have one back.
We'll be right back. Meteorologist Scott Dorval with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, it is 6:15 and the skies continue to darken south of Boise. A live view from Boise. It's very comfortable. The wind is light, 76 degrees. This is the view from the Grove Hotel. Live picture looking to the south-southwest, and that darkening sky is moving to the north-northeast, or I should say north-northwest. It's heading towards the general direction of